All right. Call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. You can be seated. Welcome, everyone, to today's meeting. First item of business is the approval of the agenda. I will move that.
Second.
Motion by Bittinger, second by Nelson. Any discussion, changes? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0. Next up is the consent agenda. Items 2 through 5 constitute a consent agenda of routine action items to be considered by one motion. Items pass unanimously unless a separate vote is requested by a board member. Item 2 is approval of the minutes of the August 26, 2025 meeting, and approval of the minutes of the August 28, 2025 special meeting. Number 3 is approval of claims. Number 4, Board Administration, Karen James, approval of resolution for tax suspension for SH. And lastly, number 5, from Human Resources, Melissa Thomas, approval of the memorandum of personnel transactions. Item B, of authorization to initiate hiring processing. And C, approval of request to deauthorize county positions. And that's the end of the consent agenda, and I will move that.
Second.
All right, motion by Bittinger, second by Nelson. Any changes? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes 5-0. That brings us to item number 6. From Human Resources, Melissa Thomas. It's the approval of the service agreement with Tri-State Nursing. And Melissa, you have the floor.
Melissa Thomas, Human Resources, and this agreement is to engage Tri-State Nursing with our after-hours drug screening that we would need to do in case of an accident or some type of other situation. There's no other place in town besides the emergency room for our employees to go if they do need a drug screen. So even though it might cost some for mileage and hours, it's going to be cheaper, and they will come to us.
Okay.
So that saves us time too. It has been approved by our assistant county attorney, and hopefully we're good to go.
Okay, any questions from the board for Melissa?
There isn't any other company to use. I've worked with this company and had a lot of bad outcomes.
Well,
And so,
I understand, and there is no other place in town that will do drug screens after hours or on the weekends, except for the emergency room, and then they call Tri-State, so we end up paying twice.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. All right, well then I will move that.
Second.
All right, motion by Bittinger, second by Nelson. Any further discussion? All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say nay.
Nay.
All right, motion passes 4-1 with Carper with the negative. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, Melissa. Item 2 for myself, just approval to purchase up to 2 tables for the Siouxland Chamber of Commerce annual meeting. We've done this throughout the years. We would use gaming funds, and Ryan, the gaming funds are available.
Yeah, right now, there's about $54,000 available in the gaming fund.
Okay. Yeah. So I was going to look at, I put on the agenda, you guys saw it, just, we can, 1 or 2 tables, I would make the motion to purchase 2 tables for the Siouxland Chamber of Commerce annual meeting and use $2,400 from gaming funds to pay for that, which for the public to know that's non-taxpayers' money. This is not taxable money. This is from discretionary money spent at the casinos. That is by law, a portion is given to counties and nonprofits. So just so the public's clear, as we've done many years past, so. Go ahead.
I'll second.
All right. Motion by Bittinger, second by Carper. All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0 on that. Thank you, everyone. All right, on to number 8, reports on committee meetings. All right. No? Okay. You got anything?
Yes.
Okay. Supervisor Nelson.
Oh, if I did my notes here. There we go. I was able to go out to Little Sioux Park early last week and then again yesterday. The asphalt paving is done out there. So what they did was the entrance road off of the county blacktop going into the park, and then some of the main roads that get to some of the campsites, whether it's Bellamy or Riverside, and those would be the highest traveled portions of that park, especially when you're talking a lot of, pickups and campers going in and out. I don't think you realize how bad the old road was until you drive on a nice, fresh asphalt road, but very nice. They also had, we stopped in at the new concession stand at the swim beach yesterday, and, that's been open now for a short 2 months, but it turned out really, really nice. And it's in a spot where you can see it if you're driving by on the outside of the park, like from the shooting range, you can see it in the park. When you pull in with the blue roof that they have, it really stands out from the other building, so it really draws a lot of attention to it. It's very accessible. I know it was the end of the season, but they were sold out of a lot of things, which is a great thing. I've had a lot of positive comments from people that either went there to swim or were camping there, that's been a very, wonderful addition to the park. So hopefully, I know Dan Heisel and I have been a little off schedule. He was on vacation. I was on kind of off last week, but excited to hear how the concession stand did for the year, and hopefully turned out well. But really nice additions, and I'll put a plug in that on October 18th, they're going to have the trick-or-treating at Little Sioux Park, and that is a don't miss, event. Every campsite will be full, and you just go campsite to campsite trick-or-treating, and the cars will be parked all the way out to the entrance road with so many people that come there. So very fun event. Bring the kids. I think it starts at 4:30 or 5, so it's very easy time to get to, and just a very nice time. So
Good.
the other thing I had was regarding secondary roads is that D38 is between Anthon and the Mobile Blacktop is pretty much done. There's a little bit of shoulder work, but the lines are all painted, and that's a nice road. Have you driven on it, Doyle? Yeah, that was a long time coming, wasn't it? That's a nice road. The shoulders are really nice. So just for anybody, I know that road's been closed for a good portion of the summer, but that's back open and is in very nice shape. And I did meet with Laura Sievers and the guys from Bedrock who have been doing the mining and the washing of the aggregate that we've been using on our new gravel roads, the new gravel, the big aggregate that we're getting. And they're getting to a point where they're kind of running out of space to get at the easy stuff that they've been getting. That was part of the contract. Part of that was they were going to build a big lake down there that would be part of Little Sioux Park, or I guess whatever was decided. That was prior to our time. But there is more rock to be had, but it's further down and it's underneath some sand that has no value to the county. It's not anything that we need, and so we've got to come up with how can we move the sand? Can we sell it? What can we do to try to get down? Because there's actually maybe some of the best rock yet. It's just in the hardest to reach place, and so and we can get some bigger aggregate size, like 1 inch. And I'll give a lot of credit to Laura. One of the things that she has been working on, so you've got gravel that's been going back on these roads as part of the resurfacing project, but then they have what's called the regular maintenance gravel, which is gravel that they are putting on all the time or putting on roads that have already gotten this new rock. And the goal was to get 6 inches of base on these roads. Mm-hmm. She's not been happy with the level of the maintenance gravel that the county's been using for years, which I think many residents would say had been a problem also, and she's wanting to increase the aggregate size of that. I am in full support of that, if we can make that work. And I think one way we could do that is if we tap into this big vein of rock down there. Not only could we help the maintenance gravel, but we can also make the lake down there a lot bigger. And I think that lake stands to be a huge economic impact for the county and for that area, because not that you're gonna be tubing and wakeboarding, but you're gonna be able to have, sizable fishing boats and, recreation out there. And with the access right off of Highway 20, I mean, it's gonna be a great place for people to come and spend time. So it was neat to go down there, just mountainous rock piles, lots of trucks hauling rock out. Be patient if you haven't seen the new rock on the road. It is coming, and it is very good. I certainly get lots of positive feedback anywhere that it goes, but I know some people haven't seen it yet, so just be patient. It's coming, and I appreciate the work that Laura's doing. She's a very, very busy gal, so thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mark. All right, on to citizen concerns.
Doyle Turner, 2738 200th Street, Mobile. I think everybody's aware of the court case that Shelby and Story County were involved in, where it got appealed, and basically the court threw out not only the county's right for citing, but also the state. And I've talked to people from Shelby County, and they are looking for counties to do amicus briefs. So maybe you guys are already fully aware of this, but I think we should consider doing an amicus brief with them. I think the last I heard, there were like 23 counties just in Iowa that were looking at it. There are some counties in South Dakota I know of that are looking at it. This really boils down to, it's not really a pipeline case. It really boils down to local control, and do the counties have the ability to do zoning? Right. And it even affects the state level too, and some states have joined in also. So I would like to encourage you, I know you guys work with Tim Whipple. I'd like to encourage you to work with Tim and see if we can get on the list with that amicus brief. So, thank you.
Thank you, Doyle. Anyone else, citizen concerns?
Dan, you had one that we received in the email. Do we want to read that? Just to enter into the record for their wishes. I've got it here too.
Do you have it right there?
Yeah.
Why don't you get it? Yeah. I had,
You want me to read it, or you want?
yeah, you can go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
So this was sent to the whole board earlier today. It was just asked to be read during citizen concerns. This is from citizen William Burrows. For citizen concerns, I request that each of you go on public record supporting Mark Nelson as the mediation representative for the law enforcement authority in claims against the authority's construction adversaries. Please accept to receive these comments and kindly have them placed into the public record.
Thank you. I hadn't seen that email yet. When did it come today?
11 o'clock.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for catching that.
Yep, no problem.
Let me know that I didn't catch that one. I saw
We don't
the
get
other
many
email.
of those, so it's always
Right.
good to make sure we don't drop the ball on that.
Oh, thank you for that. All right. That's right. We want to be involved with our citizens. Yep. All right. Anybody else? So moving on. Board concerns. Couple updates. Thank you to all of our elected officials and department heads that came out last week for our meeting. I think it was very productive and informative, and so thank you to all those in this room that were able to show up. The minutes for that, for the board members, the minutes will go out by Thursday morning for that. So you'll get those minutes with the updates for all what's going on in our county and for our citizens. There's a lot of good work going on. There's a lot of things all of our elected officials and department heads are handling to make sure our county runs very smoothly and efficiently. Secondly, for the FY26 CIPs, in 2 weeks, that's September, I believe that's the 16th, Tuesday the 16th, we're going to have, Mariah and I just talked today, we're going to have on the agenda, just so Tina, you're aware, we're going to have the Anthem Courthouse, and then I'll tell Michelle, the Auditor and Recorder's Office, just those CIPs, just to discuss those more. So, and Ryan will be bringing some numbers with that. Thank you, Kenny, for getting all those numbers together. And the board members, you should have an email from me today, from this afternoon, with those numbers from Kenny regarding the Auditor and Recorder's Office, and they're also in the board office, the hard copies on Karen's desk, so you can take a look at those and review those numbers for 2 weeks from now. So that's all that I have. Any other board concerns or updates?
I've got some, Dan.
Yeah.
Matthew, you were the one that communicated the most with Tim Whipple the last 2 years. Are you still
Yeah.
getting updates from him, or has that been to you, Dan? Or?
I haven't received anything from Mr. Whipple, but I'll communicate unless, Matthew, you want to
Yeah,
do
let-
that?
You should be.
Yeah, I should.
You certainly should be getting updates.
Okay. I'll check, yeah.
I think that our coalition has filed another brief, so I
Yeah.
think that's public record.
Right.
I can include that in the minutes if you haven't seen this.
And
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll communicate.
Dan, if you
I'll
could-
reach out to Mr.
If you could
Woodbury,
reach
yeah.
out and make sure you're aware of these things,
Yeah,
that'd
let
be
me make
good.
sure. Because I haven't seen anything recently, so I'll
Okay.
double check. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it's like,
And I know, like historically, the chair has always talked to outside counsel, but I also know that Matthew has
Right.
communicated with them a lot. So it doesn't hurt my feelings, whoever wants to, but I think that we should keep the pressure up. And I
agree.
mean, personally, I think local control is a big issue, whether it's in the courts or the Iowa legislature. And so if Tim is continuing to work on that, I would like to see us
Okay.
continue to work. And I don't know if we would have to have, a different sort of engagement to continue, whether that's, funding or whatever.
No, I don't think we do. I think it's continuous with the
Okay.
appeal process. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll reach out to him.
yeah, because we already authorized that for all appeals and further briefs.
It's quite a process.
And then Doyle gave me a number, a contact to reach out to, and so I'm doing that tomorrow, so. Yeah, regarding that, the amicus brief, yeah, so.
The last document I have is a 21-page filing. Just to be safe, I can email that to the auditor and the
Yeah.
board in case you haven't got it, Dan.
Yeah, I don't remember
You
seeing
should
that.
have, but
Should have, yeah.
I'll make a motion to include this in, to receive this filing into the record.
Yeah, I'll second that. So motion by Ong, second by Bittinger to receive. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes 5-0.
And I'll just email that right now to
Okay.
make sure it's in the minutes for this meeting.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Matthew. Thanks for, you stayed on top of that pipeline stuff very well, and I know you almost read, or I think you read all those page for page, word for word, a lot of them. They were some lengthy documents, so thank you for nerding out on the carbon pipeline. We really appreciate your help on that.
Wow, yeah, it's gone on longer than we all wanted. It's a never-ending bunch of sequels.
Sorry that I missed last week, but my wife and I had our fourth child, Betsy, on Tuesday, right, of course, at the start of the LEC meeting. So I missed the LEC meeting and then the board meeting, and then we got dismissed right during our special meeting. So thanks for everybody holding down the fort. Mom and baby are doing great,
Good.
and her older brothers and one sister are very excited. So, and I think that, this, I don't want to, get the car in front of the horse here, but I think Betsy is going to see, for the first time, Iowa State just absolutely whoop Iowa this weekend. And honestly, I couldn't be more excited for her. What a time to be alive. So Ryan and I were discussing a little friendly wager on this, and I said, well, maybe lunch, but honestly, it's better for Ryan because he can only buy me a $2.99 lunch, and sky's the limit for the other way. So I don't know that I want to make that bet. That seems a little skewed towards Ryan, so I don't know that I want to do that. But thank you for holding down the fort. Appreciate it. And that's all I have. So thanks, guys.
All I can say is you're gonna look forward to those child tax credits, man. Having 4 kids now, man, you're gonna.
Is it the thousand Trump bucks? Is that?
Well,
that
it's
a
part of
thing?
it, but just, that's
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit, part of it, but, yeah. My kids are aging out of that, so I'm like, boy, tax bill's hitting harder this year. So, that's awesome, and we're glad she's healthy, and Melissa's doing well. All right, hearing no other concerns, all right, we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.